Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Al-Farghani series here on the Lord Master channel. And as you can see, obviously you see three Al-Farghanis: Maghreb, Africa, and Egypt, which one day will connect all three of them into one nation. Although we are a nation that is, in fact, an empire now. This is what's supposed to look like in your control, but we do not have that luxury at the moment, because if we were to fight a couple offensive wars, one would be taking Tripolitania back, and then fight a few wars in areas such as Majaya, Al Jazir, and Tilimsan. Those three areas would connect the empire into one single entity, so that way we don't have to rely on ships to transport and make a few stops all over, just like in the days of the Carthaginian Empire, where they don't often just walk overland to go to cities. They often use ships to travel this, that way. And speaking of Carthage, yes, I am the owner of Tunis now, which is where ancient Carthage was. It's a pretty good developed territory. It's the home of a Trans-Saharan trading post and the Al Zaytunya Mosque here. Which, as the owner, that means I get a little bit more renown. Same favoritism for all the Marabouti people here, and as well as more control growth. As the holder of it, yes. Anyways, that's part of Sicily, not part of Byzantine Empire. That's off limits. But I can tell you this, for the purpose for this episode, this is going to be mainly about, well, we have lots of vassals, and some have a bit of a negative opinion toward us due to too many duchies. I mean, that's usually the case. And also that offensive wars we've been fighting. So we're not going to go on any offensive wars. This will be a resting period, unless I say so. But sometimes I wish everybody would fall in line and convert to the Marabouti faith of ours, because I did say this is going to be the state religion of this land. Heck, even Sahara is a Marabouti country, but there's still a lot of Ibadi in there. Oh yes, that reminds me of something else. I never had time to talk about it from the previous episode, but we'll talk about it briefly here. Even though I do not plan on expanding further down there. In fact, the decision, I mean, there's supposed to be a major decision here, which is to unite Africa. Not a thing with us. But if you are somebody that's of an African culture, or even Arabic, if you live in Africa, like parts of Egypt, Maghreb, and whatnot, they would give you that option to unite Africa, where you would unite the entire continent as a single nation. Sounds interesting too. I mean, you can also do that as a Berber. But thing here with this, why are we talking a bit more about Africa? Well, down here, this region, part of the Niger River Valley, in this part of southern half of Nigeria as we know it today. Now, one of the mods that I use, which is the rice mod, that's the regional immersion and cultural enrichment mod. They have an upcoming flavor pack, which is going to be for the Niger Delta region. Like, say, if you're going to be, playing as, those people there, or that one there, or there, or there. Basically, just anywhere within these two areas, I would assume. So, I mean, the Niger River flows from. It originates. Wow, what a long river. That originates from all the way over to there. Yeah. But I'm sure the majority of that would be that. Keep in mind they have all these different faiths down there. And cultures as well. So if any of you viewers are thinking, Lord Masters, your next series is going to be another one in Africa, but we're going to be down there, I would say probably not, because, you know, obviously there's this obviously still ongoing West Sogdian series that I've been doing, as is the reason why we're all here, and also may possibly return to do a couple of more episodes of that Tokharian series, which I've put that on hold in the focus of this series, because this one has been far more interesting than I originally anticipated. And of course, possibilities of doing a series somewhere else. But honestly, I don't know, it's kind of a little too early for me to address the future, other than the near future in this here series, and that is, well, whenever we go on the offensive again, get Tripolitania again, and then fight against the Aghlabids a couple more times to take the northern coast, and in the entirety of the Al-Farghanid part of North Africa will be connected, finally. Because I do not like the way it looks, and I'm sure some of you people probably feel the same way too, as far as Bordeaux is concerned. I mean, I ain't a fan of that either. But yet, it's better than what Europe's been doing. Or India for that matter, which is usually the case with countries up there. And yet the only one with a good looking borders, as far as I'm concerned, is the Abbasids still. Byzantium with its Balkan reconquest, if it wants to get there. Trans-Saharan or Sogdiana, they've done better. They've done better. And Kipchak looks pretty good for a steppe realm. And yet, I see the papacy trying to get all of Italy for whatever reason. Probably been fighting the Joe Wars for Romagna. Either that, or he's got some bold ambition, one would think, and this is a reference from Europa Universalis 4. Maybe he wants to unite all of Italy and form the Kingdom of God. Huh. Oh, anyways, so now the reason why we're here for is two things. One, this is Vagpur, Gurak the Great. Yes, he is infirm now, but he's feeling fine, thanks to Iron Constitution, which gives him a massive boost, which negates most of that, at least for the next couple of years before his health starts getting poor again. But there's no need for that kind of worry. No money. But the main focus for this episode will be the development of Sijilmasa, because look at all this. Expanded water resources here. Grand Connaught recently constructed. Which, how long is that modifier going to go away to? Oh, 3 years. So I may have to invest on that money for a new Connaught again. Our court type, village center, carvers guilds, bureaucratic, and African scholars, which is the last thing that we chose recently for the legacies, which gives you a little more learning per level of devotion and development growth and realm capital up more. As much as prosperous as Egypt is, but our real home and capital will remain in Sijilmasa, because this is how long I'm going to keep up with this series. For those who want to say, how long are you going to be doing this series? Well, I mean, I've already completed the major goal of, taking Egypt. That was my original goal when I started this series. And creating an empire based from the Maghreb, expanded back to Egypt, and then capturing Africa. Not the continent, the name of the Akshidiyad here. Again, Sogdian words. And it's amazing that we're still using, the Faris, which is an Arabic term, and yet over in Trans-Saharan, well, they use Faris as well. Well, I recall there was another term that they use out there. If they're still out there. Well, they're called champions over there. Well, there's a Sogdian word for that, but that's going to be for a whole nother series, which far into the future I still plan on doing an actual proper Sogdian series that would be set in Sogdia proper, then Arsasana, then Farghana, Koto, all those areas. That is traditionally part of Sogdiana. I will do that series on them far into the future, which I will also give you a little sneak peek on that before we finally get down to business here. Whenever I do that Sogdian series over in Sogdiana, I will do it with a created character, a ruler design, a designed ruler. There you go. And I'm actually currently writing a fictional biography for that said character, which I never done before, which I will read it out loud one day whenever I do a series on them far into the future. Which to me, I would prefer whenever there's going to be a rice flavor pack for Trans-Saharan, and then I'll do that. But it will also start in 769 using the more bookmarks mod, which is probably going to be the first time I'll use that mod for that setting. So we don't know when it'll happen. Maybe the end of this year, the next year, 2 years. It will happen. And I guarantee you that. And I am going to make it the best series I've ever done. And I know that's a bold claim, bold prediction from far in the future, but still, let's live in peace and prosperity. As we're going to be making a lot more money, so we can use that money to create titles. Because I need prestige again. What for? To hybridize with the Egyptian culture, that's what. Actually, we could put that there. Well, we might as well raise all as raiders because we need money. And once you get all that money, then you can use that money to create titles. You bring in prestige. Fortunately, the realm's been weakened these days, so there is no better opportunity than now. The Autumn of Regret. How our cruel mistress is given a random chance to cast them aside with nary a glance. When one so great falls so far, are fate's cruel whims not simply bizarre? So far, I kept my thoughts to myself, a buzz grown too giant to ignore much longer. You are Uncle Aguilas. The curse of the haunted house. Flag. Dribble. No. Never. In a month's time, we will start raiding all the way up to Cordoba, The ultimate prize. Convert or else. Actually, hold that thought. Now will you convert? Only because you are the owner of Siwa. And it's inactive right now. And once it's active, because it requires one thing that it doesn't say here, but I know exactly what it needs. A faith that has syncretic folk traditions. Thank you. And look, it's active again. So that means a little more renown for you. And therefore, that little bit of renown will go, see, will go to our dynasty. As you are a cadet branch of it. You are the Grand Alama. What else? And also I noticed Benebshanan, the Queen of Queens. But that's in Iranian terms. But in the Sogdian language, it is called Vagpurich. Yes, Vagpurich. What? Vagpurich? I mean, I know the accent mark with the C there is an accent mark. Like you would say the chich. Like Teselovich. You know that famous Bosnian dynasty that I did a series. Alright. I believe that's how you pronounce that word, but not sure about the accent mark with the I, but I know with the U, which I just pronounce it in more of a Indian manner. But the accent mark with G, I assume it's just more emphasis or GH. Like that. Vajpurich. The Vajpur. I'm not sure, but hey. Okay. Off you go. We just need a little extra cash, then we could start, you know. I mean, I would like to raid over there, but up there is much better. Good. Damn! This place has been raided plenty of times. Oh, I'll head straight for Cordoba. Well, raid those that they haven't touched yet. What Rome is like? I know it's a bit far-fetched and you can't get there. Not as much. Even a Colosseum is in use. Murder. Oh, I guess we came in and helped them out, and yeah, some of the camel cavalry did take part of that battle. here for the jackpot. Are you saying we cannot raid that? Well, head up there. And as for you, this way. Okay then. It is raided by me, but we're not getting any loot. Let's try that again. Oh, I don't think that's wise to be dealing with that. You gotta be careful who you're raiding, but fortunately they started a war. This place has been looted. Nope, we're not getting anything out of this. Okay then. Let's go make them mad. The Great Shade Tree of Cairo. The village of Cairo has a giant tree that was planted many generations ago to provide shade for villagers. It's been centered a popular site for this. Roxana has visited several times, suggested I could donate some funds to assist in caring for the tree. This is giant shade tree for 10 years, and this one 20 years. Alright. And also we'll have access to the decision to relax at that giant shade tree. Just a little more development. Good idea. Let's send up funds. Okay. Let's go relax on that right now because oh my goodness, but then again, you're gonna get all the money through looting. Anyway. So in my territories, there's a well-known shade tree in one of the villages. I think it's time to visit what the city's reputation is well deserved. I'll travel to the famous shade tree in my domain to relax and lose stress. Shade trees are large trees that were planted with the purpose of providing shade under its canopy and crown, or happen to grow in a place where it's become such a thing with people living nearby. Can't wait to see it. On the way to the tree. There is a great shade tree in the village of Cairo, so great that even I, Vagpur Gurak, decided that it was worth my time to visit. The villagers were surprised but flattered that I even considered the village worth visiting. And they welcomed me with a little feast and various petty amusements like dances and peasant songs. Afterwards, I came to the great shade tree, and it was simply put very big. Truly, one could fit the members of an entire clan under it. I spent a couple of hours relaxing under it and had a good time. And you could do that again in, you could do that again in, 10 years. try again one more time. Lonely grave. Odd. This is a completely inhabited part of my realm. The next village would have been at least a half a day's journey away. While I myself rarely travel here, I had some official business to take care of, and yet there it is. A single gravestone, high on a promontory looking over much of the countryside below. How such a grave got there and who's buried under it, no one knows, since it's quite far from civilization. I certainly know nothing about the grave. I should continue along. It ain't my business. Now we're looting Cordoba, or Cordoba, as it's called in Andalusian Arabic. Keep going. You're about to get the jackpot. You got it. That's what gives. And you are? A neighbor. For the prestige, because again, I plan on forming that hybrid culture of Egypto-Sogdian, which was one of the original major goals of ours as well. Well, there goes the benefit of that, when you only have Iron Constitution. Do I really want to live long? I mean, son's 34. And I got a grandson who just turned 16 now. Ooh. An ambitious, diligent man, but honest. If he was a Zoroastrian, he would be a very virtuous man. But a forder. Especially useful if he was living in a Nile river valley. Like, do I wish to live forever? Which is... what I mean is, I'm talking about these 2 health boosts. Do I really want that? Because I'm thinking scientific because of the... of this next thing that I would like to get. Which will take 10 years. It's coinage. You know what? Do it. Instead of 10 years, now it'll be 8 years. Nobody's ready to this place. Keep at it. Stick together. What was the task? Oh, the control. Yeah. Thank you for bringing Sijilmasa back under control. Now do the same for Fez. That's grandson, right? Excellent. To be honest, I'd rather have him to be the next ruler because he doesn't have any genetic traits, but He does. That means I have to disinherit my son and let the grandson inherit. That'd be grand. I do have the prestige and the renown for it. That's the reason that's why I'm kind of hesitant about wanting more health bonuses. But I'll do it when the time is right. This way, devoted servant. To the capital. Come on in. We're gonna put a lot of people in prison for this. You're almost full. Where are you? Nowhere near. And as for you, start going south. Just loot your way there and then begin your withdrawal from your participation. And I think you have had your fill now. I think you should turn back as well. While meanwhile, you continue to do more of that. I relax on a chair that sits next to the window in my room. Sunlight filters through the window and shines down on me. I feel its warmth. Ah. Good. Tunis will be the next place to get it under control. Which will take you 2 years. Begin your withdrawal now, because you're full. You're at the max. Oh, don't worry about them. You're not raiding them anymore. So just make your way back, and then we'll disband you. Just get a couple more gold, and then you come back with all those prisoners, as much as we can, and then we're going to start ransoming everybody. Titles will be created, and then, and all that. My lord, Grand Alamakus shall approach me emergency. A merchant has a local copy of a compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see that his way, it would be in your debt. This book sounds interesting. I'm willing to put my money into that. He's at war. He's not going to bother us. Here's the big prize. Keep going. At least we have a reaver. This way. Do we have a second Reva? Yes. This is going to be your last one. And then you're going to have to start making your way back here. Seized a lucky chessboard. Huh. Even though it's been heavily used, because it's got 10 years left in its life. Sounds like a nice thing to have, now that I thought about it. Oh, they're all doing alright. Also, one of these days, I gotta give myself a crown and some regalia. But I've yet to see inspired people come to court. I've yet to see that. You're almost done here. You got plenty more to go. He's at the max, alright? Begin your withdrawal. 426 gold and prestige. You're good now. Uh-oh. Help. One day later. And then, they are mad. There's 5 running low. Get out of there! Need assistance? Because we got some mad people out here. Start running. Crap, we're cornered. At least it's plains, so it's even ground. I doubt you'll be able to save them in time. Do we have an organizer that you can get these big body of troops moving? Yes. No, it's just one army. You'll be able to engage him. You're aggressive attacker. You'll give them more enemy casualties, and this is led by the Skull Captain. Rough terrain expert. At least we're not fighting it on the hills. This is even ground. And you're one of the better ones. So we'll probably win, as that battle will begin now, just as we were beginning our withdrawal. And we won't be there until 24 days. If you can hold 24 days. Oh gosh, this is gonna hurt. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manners of abuse, and their routes are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims, secure Jerusalem for Christ unfaithful, His Holiness Pontifex Maximus Sylvester has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. Allah protect us. Is it because they broke through? Because of Aquitaine? Oh, what else? Or, I don't know. What triggered it? I mean, anything could have happened. Because it's kind of, you know. Yep, we're taking way more casualties than Parsac's been murdered. Oh Allah, how could you do this to Parsac? He's not murdered, he was killed in action. He did not deserve this, even though he was going to be the heir of Egypt. Guess that means Gurak gets everything. But I would much prefer my grandson, Gurak, to get it all. A tragic loss, but I will say, no, it's fine. But hurry up and go save him! need you more than ever. All the good loot is going to be gone. We're taking more casualties than God intended. We had way more advantage. No, get out. Both of you, get out. We got too greedy again. Just like the last time. Got all the loot. And freed all the prisoners. To make up for it. Hey, gods. Smallpox is here. Get everybody out. Once again, our own damn greed. Still fine. Oh, Roxana, Allah's mercy. Never thought she would leave this fine earth by, you know, by the smallpox. I hope I don't get it. I'll have your resting period now. Right, let's create some titles and start distributing to those that care. Those that need it. Alright. Here. This is for you. All these things. Again, for the prestige, for the respect. Okay, who's the most qualified to run this area? Based on skill. Why, that's gonna be you. Jared, be yours. You'll be running things then. You, because you are of our faith. So, you'll be having, Zab. And, who's gonna get Krumiri? Krumiri. Somebody of our faith again. This will go to you as well. Tunis will remain. It's not going to be a created duchy, but it'll still be under my watch. And we should start saving up our money. Actually, you can't do that until next 10 years. Gee, that's a long time. 20? Very well then. Smallpox killed her. Sad that's my court physician. And you better get one immediately since there's smallpox out there. Never thought it would be my grandson, but he may never know he'll pick up his physician skills before he begins his rule foreign in the future. You know, gotta give him something to do. Learning per level devotion is always needed. But unfortunately, there isn't a lot of good people for this. Thanks to having a Chief Kadi. Every little bit helps. "6 years now. Hopefully I'll live 6 years, so I may be able to establish the myths of Sijilmasa by then. I know what it's about. This. Come off it. I'll only give it the grandson because nepotism. Two people died of the outbreak. Patient 0 and my aunt. It could have been worse. It could have been. Again, I may possibly disinherit in favor of him because the younger ones always prosper for long rule and all that. Now it's going to take a while for everybody to recover. And meanwhile, we will develop this desert region. You know, I'm willing to throw a few in there. A good motto about this. I am known as a deeply pious man. Surely my devotion to Allah should be good for something in this life too, and not only the next. There are a number of people who would do well to be reminded that I'm in God's good graces. I've been too lenient in the mosque this year. Of course you would go for that option. Secret exposed. Guards. Oh, somebody wants to kill me. Let me take a guess. It would be either, well, it's likely this one. Cousin. The one who I accidentally let out of prison. Stupid man. Yeah. I think it's about time we should hold courts. It's been a while. Helps to keep the renown up. Dress me, dress me. Before the court is underway, my chancellor pulls me aside. To my surprise, he is brandishing a garish bow. My lord, there will be so many attending your court. I know you are somewhat challenged in remembering every face from whence and all it hails. I propose a solution. We require all at the court to wear a dress which includes our local style recognizable to all. Voice set cap to me. Though for those without clear regional fashions, I've taken the liberty of hiring a tailor who could suggest some new traditional garb for them to wear. I never forget a face. I shall be fine. It worked. Celebrate another culture. My vassal Wali Firuz approaches me, shrugging his helmet to dust. My lord, I have a brilliant idea. How about we host a fair, or perhaps even a festival for the common folk, to expose them to one of the different cultures in our beautiful kingdom? Firuz explains the idea for until he realizes he's dangerously close to overexplaining. It'll cost money, but I'm sure it'll help foster a more positive relationship between our people. Oh my goodness! This is for between us and the Al-Maghribiyun, Maghrebi people. Or spend less, or spend even less, or just don't at all. You are these holders. Just account direct. I wouldn't worry about it too much, so I'll just say I cannot spend resources on this because I know what I'm going to do with my money. Oh, him again? He brings his wife with him. So they approach him cautiously where these some of the court. My lord, I'm sure someone in the Vagpurya is trying to harm my wife. I have no evidence, but suspect Amrivan Gauda presents while he has noticed dislike of him and seeks revenge. I beg of you, imprison Gauda and put a stop to this madness. I'll question him. Denies any involvement. Spent more prestige than attended. Again, we're going to develop the heck out of this territory. And we're going to like it. It's a permanent effect, you know. Overstaying their welcome. Our courts become renowned for the luxurious soul of hospitality and our guests ought to prove useful. On one occasion, however, we do get reluctant guests at court, whose purpose is unclear and whose presence are a necessary drain on my treasure. One such hanger-on is Kaganush, who's been there for some time as a guest of who seems to not trouble. The woman is eating me out of the house and home. Something must be done. A what? What's that culture? Armenian. Right. That's what they call themselves. Let me look at you again. That makes me jealous. Wouldn't do that. Oh, just let her stay. They don't cause much penalties. Don't even think about it. None of you. You say you want to develop more. And I mentioned that I don't really care about getting more health at this point. I have 22, thanks to the spouse. Bypassing you, the grandson, he's got better stewardship than him. Well, make sure he does get married, just until he's at an appropriate age. And again, he'd be excellent. He's much suitable than him, and has a bit more intrigue. So go for plant cultivation. Increases the development and kind of efficiency more. I'll switch to scholarship focus whenever I feel that my health starts becoming poor, and just take every little advantage you get. Every little advantage that's been given. So now it's 1.9. And keep in mind, that's efficiency. My jester Chakar is known for his fantastically entertaining insults, as happens standing face to face with my cousin Nazgul. I have just time to hear a particularly scathing roast. You heartless harlot and cold-hearted witch, your grotesque length and heartlessness are legendary. I had perfectly wonderful evening, good company, up until now, you trollop, he says, as if he's possessed by Shaitan. Nazgul's face is red, but she knows I'm watching, so she manages some pained laughter. Don't worry about it. That was a good roast. A very good roast. You're good to me. So, you're fine. Again, I'll form that hybrid culture a little later. Anything else needs controlling? That I directly hold? No? Then we're good. What you need is to train commanders again. Executing a psychopath. A murderer was recently caught. His crimes were quite heinous, not to mention show of no remorse, so they felt delight inflicting pain on others. There was little debate on what needed to be done. He was duly sentenced to die a horrible, slow execution. Today my court and I got to witness such a gory spectacle. Everyone is talking about how such a monster could even exist. What are my thoughts on this matter? Well, I'm a vengeful person, so I say, pity. My army could use another bloodthirsty psychopath. I mean, grandson's gonna inherit everything, so I guess you might as well continue to make improvements upon everything here. Including, you know, economically. Especially here. Yike. You broke the law. And that's a no-no. Let's not forget Fez. Keep looking because I'm curious. But I think you should stop worrying about it because you have this perk. It'll tell you when your time is coming. Quit being so damn paranoid. Focus on your local affairs. Since you are set to inherit that as well, you're gonna invest everything. Everything. Huh? Patiently wait on my throne. For the arrival of Emir Ridwan, who was soon announced as Ashbabur. Kneels the deference offered, nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal to the Vagpurya. The Emir rises, looking awkward. From the corner of my eye, I noticed my daughter, Upach, of the Al-Farghani, Vagpurya, swooning. Clearly was thought about the Emir. How dare you! Out! They will call you the stud for this. Just want to increase the tax income. That's the priority here. It's spending a lot, but... Alright, no! Look at you. No prestige. Hey, what's going on here? A crusade for Jerusalem? Huh. Started 5 months ago. How come nobody's notified me of this? but the numbers seemed pretty even, which it could be anybody's game. Oh, you can join. Okay. I mean, after all, despite the fact we're Marabot, that I'm Marabot, but we're all Sunni. We're all in this together, right? But financially, I cannot support my army to defend the lands of Al-Quds. Because I just recently spent the money on, you know, the lands here. We're content with where we are. And plus, you didn't ask me for it, so... And I'd be a pretty big contributor to that. But it depends on how the war is going. If it goes badly, then... But again, we do have my brother-in-law, who lives over there, in view. So they'll be on patrol. Just in case. Blossoming hatred. Naval Doxy Sahida makes my blood boil. How could Allah see fit to curse the earth of Zaidi's false wickedness? No, it is obvious. She is Shaitan's kin. She's worse than both putrid, boil, ravenous locust. I cannot stand the mere thought of breathing the same beguiling air as her. I must do something. I must act. My sanity depends on it. I will not rest until Zahida is dead and buried. I cannot stand someone who, you know, likes to for a living. But damn it, she's paranoid, which means even if I try to murder her, I mean, live in the same location, driven by vengeance, everything. And plus, she only has one child, so I don't think anybody will miss her. Doesn't like my guest. His friends are one of the grandchildren of mine. For the sake of roleplay, I'm gonna get rid of this woman. Oh, at least thanks to our marriage connection, we know what they're up to. Warriors of the Book. Is that a mercenary band? Yeah, it's a holy order. Cool. Now, what if? Again, it depends on the situation. But I think they're doing fine over there. The Abyssins have assembled their large armies. They're gonna keep fighting until they're no more. So I don't think they'll need our help. But I put my rally point over there just in case if we wish to intervene. If this war for Al-Quds goes terribly for us defenders. But if there was a crusade against Egypt, we would be isolated because the more orthodox Sunnis wouldn't help us. Yeah. I think they got this. Keep it up. It would have been excellent if we were to join a war immediately and then we would kill them off, but no. There's no glory in that. Plus I got my other priorities. Will you stop checking your health? If you're gonna know when you're gonna die, it'll tell you. Stop worrying yourself. Yeah, you stay over there. You stay together, and then you're all gonna starve yourselves out. But I believe they're trying to get themselves together again. The numbers may look even, but they have not taken the objective. Single. Secrets of nature. I received an offer from Tuga Mayamag, a nobleman from Sijilmasa. If the letter is to be believed, he's an experienced herbalist who would be willing to share his knowledge in return for room and board. To be an herbalist, that means more disease resistance, and I live a little longer. I'm looking. Again, I would much prefer to let my couple of years pass, and then I'll eventually disinherit him, and then let the young man begin his rule, and quite possibly begin a line of warrior Vagpurs. So I would say no. He could plant a garden of sacred herbs. And plus, you get to join in, because you'll be a loyal servant. If they stay in Egypt a little bit longer, they're going to starve themselves out, you know. Something else. Assassin. This time has come. The agents are in place. One will pay the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another one, sure of all, is unguarded. The third will leave a subtle trail of candles to Vagpur Zaida's bedchamber. Everything's in place. Go get her. It seems it would have been difficult to get her herself. But once the assassin what I did, she was not long for this one. I've covered my tracks well, and if anyone suspects me for being behind attack, no one dares say it out loud. I do love surprise visits, and just for outliving your rival, there's some prestige for you. And whatever stress you had, it's all gone. Now they're starting themselves out. They're going to be throwing more bodies to them. They thought the battle was lost, but no, they just came back. Clearly, my goodness. Oh, it could. Even. Now the attackers are losing it. Yep. That's a close one. Barely. Off goes the Crusaders. Now let me see that war score, because that could have been a big one. Yeah, that is. I mean, minus 17, that would be plus 16 on the defender's side. And time will be running out because they have not taken any part of the relevant objective. And outlived another rival of mine. More prestige for me. Ain't I a terrible person? An intelligent grandson. Kushan. Read the name? simply for the sake of it. And knowing that my health is poor now and there's no way of doing that, so just use whatever you can to develop Sijilmasa more for the last few years of my life. Because we're going to be developing the heck out of this. The heck out of it. And when the time is right, then hybridize the Egypto-Sogdian culture, form that, disinherit the sons, and give it all to grandson. Yes, give it all to grandson. And don't worry, the defenders will keep Al-Qad, and I will continue with my business till the day I pass. And as well as the beginning of an era of the Egypto-Sogdians. Oh, Nanai. Damn it. I mean, I know I'd live long, but I wish I didn't outlive her. Well, I'm alone now, and, you can, you're released now, and, gonna be my new primary spouse. Correct? You're not here, aren't you? No, you are at court. I'll take your place. No? Oh, there you are. Okay. But you're down by 1. Which means I'm gonna have to find somebody with very high stewardship. No, you go. This one will do. Have to make that one a primary spouse. Only because she has the skills to pay my bills. Never thought I would say that in a Lord Master video. She has the skills to pay my bills. That's one way of putting it. When it comes to money, everyone's of the same religion. No. Oh, really? You are an accomplished Trans-Saharan merchant. Originally a merchant who did business along the Trans-Saharan Trade routes of North Africa and the Sahel. Capable in business, they were able to learn themselves quite a bit of gold during this time. Travel. Orchards will do. Gurak has become a novice physician. That's just not only help yourself with some disease resistance if you ever get sick, but also a little bit of learning, just to help you out for your future rule whenever it's coming up. Because I'm trying to be smart here. Give him more traits and his experience, and then he will be one of the greats. I mean, he has to be. I mean, do what you gotta do. Is that damn war still ongoing? Oh my goodness, what the? What's happening over there? I see occupations. Hell. Something tells me that we ought to intervene in this matter. Huh. I mean, relatively quite fresh. Never thought we would be coming over there to save the day. Because I feared the Abbasids might get exhausted themselves, because I do not want to be neighbors with Jerusalem. If there's going to be a kingdom of Jerusalem, that'd be bad for business. I'm trying to think in my head. You know what? Take a drink before you decide. Just cracking my knuckles for this. Okay. But beware. As the Abbasids are on the march, it takes a while for us to assemble. There is an ongoing battle over there. But the real question is, will they commit? This is what I get for not paying attention, but guess we will intervene. He'll like me for this. I mean, after all, we're all Sunnis. We should stick together, and all that. Plus, we'll see, so that way we can understand the situation a little more better. But I'm sorry, it's going to take us 3 more months. Yes, come on in. Every little bit is good. Also, by the way, grandson, God dog it, you don't have the skills to be a good fighter, so not be part of the furries in the future. But we'll be on our way soon. But it seems they're gonna start making a comeback now. Everybody's assembled. Begin our march. Head to Gaza first. The Gaza's this way, dummy. Egypt is not a safe place for you now. Because we're intervening in this because we're sick of this. But we are definitely beating them in battles. And we're just gonna here to retake them all. In dignity and death. On an official trip, I'm passing by one of the villages of my realm. As I leave the borders of the village, I see something odd by a bush, and thinking of my entourage, I go to investigate. To my shock, is the corpse of a haggard-looking old man in rags. I demand an explanation from the villagers, who says he was a local town beggar who just passed away. Bigger or not, everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Because, you know, we have a holy task to do, and that is to go defend the home. Oh, it's not our home, but go defend something that is sacred to Sunni Islam. Even though we marabouts aren't really committed to that, but we're only doing this because it's a duty. %100% war score now. They lost this one. Which one are you? Oh, I gotta take it. That's grandson of Gulshan. There's too many damn Guraks in this realm. I fear it'll be like the new Ptolemaic dynasty, where everybody was named Ptolemy, and all the female rulers were named Cleopatra. Defenders divide piety 1. We only had little participation, little to contribute. So the pitiful soldiers of St. George's were no match to our warriors. Yeah, right. I mean, the rest of you did all the work. We just came in because we kind of overreacted. Under the wise and pious leadership of Caliph Qudiyah of the Sunni faith, the Sunni faithful repelled the invaders and reinforced once more their claim over Jerusalem. Perhaps next time, the Catholicus Pontifex Maximus will not be so eager to throw away the lives of his followers in a futile attempt to test the power of Allah. The defenders tasted wrath. The infidels tasted wrath of Allah. Everybody's going home now. While we continue our business. At least for the last few years of my life, but my brother-in-law, huh? Who's of a marabouts faith, alright. Keep spreading the good faith. Actually, he just died. Does that mean yes, there is a mending ruler who is of a marabouts faith? Yeah. Everything's forgiven. You know what? Let's call for a hunt, and then we'll have a feast. Just need more prestige. You know, need some leftover prestige before we will injured. Bounding through the desert, I'm getting on a majestic stag I've been chasing for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear my cousin, Amir Alam, cry out in pain. He has fallen and is now clutching his leg. Move, I'm trained in medicine. I could have just left you there and let Gurak treat you, and maybe his precision skills would increase. And now let's hold a lavish feast. Not just a normal feast, but a lavish one. We're turning this desert blue. And those that declined, we understand. I barely managed to sit down at my seat when I hear a howl emanating from Vespasi's Advent. It would seem he and Zachariah really got into it, as Ben is receiving a proper manhandling from Zachariah. Too late I realized that martial dance paves its way through the that tapestry. Exits Gurak's tapestry. I yell at them for crosshaul. What is the meaning of this? The duo presented in front of me, while all throwing blame on one another for starting the fight. Okay, which one of you likes me the most? My patience wears thin. I'd admit. Pay up. My lord, the wine we crack over the barrel is all gone bad. All gone bad. With the feast still raging without the drink, the mood is sure to dwindle other cruelties. Oh, you'll have to pitch in. Come on now. I'm such a greedy person that I am. Oh, just for that, I'm gonna disinherit you for this. I guess he must have known my plan about regarding it's like I cannot wait to get my hands on that throne. You've been waiting too long. And also, you are being irritable. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your attitude, son. You need to be taught a lesson. Because you know what's gonna happen, right? Because there will come a day that I will disinherit you. And I will know when it knows. Coinage! Alright. Oh, and what do we got? Wants to make a shield. Mastered by her peers. Sure about that. Martial and prowess. And she's average with both, so you don't have to do. Make me a shield. That's something. Okay then. But I'm glad we have coinage now. And the next thing I would want is royal prerogative. Crown authority is badly needed. Just give me a moment. So this is going to be the way to... So I guess you could consider this as... Here's another major goal that'll be complete for this part of the series regarding Sijilmasa. Is to establish the mints of Sijilmasa. Sijilmasa lies between the Maghreb on one hand and West Africa, where massive amounts of gold are mined, making it an excellent candidate for a future mint. I will gain 500 prestige for this, and the level of prosperity will increase. Now, the historical context. During the medieval period, Sijilmasa controlled much of the minting of gold that was mined from West Africa. Due to its strategic location between the Maghreb and West Africa, these coins, called dinars in Arabic, were known for their fineness. Silver coins are called dirhams in Arabic, were also produced in large quantities, probably from silver sources. This further contributed to the city's wealth as a center of Trans-Saharan Trade. And after all, we are the masters of the Trans-Saharan Trade in a way. So make preparations to do this. Sijilmasa's mint. Sijilmasa lies in a rather strategic location, at least economically speaking. A lot of Trans-Saharan trade passes through the city, which means a lot of gold mined in West Africa makes its way here, not to mention local silver deposits nearby. I and other leaders in Sijilmasa have laid the groundwork for a mint to be established here, created from West African gold and local silver. These coins will be used throughout North Africa and beyond. This will raise the city's standing around the world. Ever since it was first found a long time ago, Sijilmasa has been an important stop along the Trans-Saharan trade routes in the western part of the Maghreb. A lot of gold mined in West Africa flows through it, and it's also located near our local silver mines. As such, it is little surprise that Vagpur Gurak has taken the initiative to establish a mint at Sijilmasa that utilizes this gold and silver. Already, word is spreading fast about the qualities of the coins minted here. Sijilmasa prospers, but this also makes a lucrative target for ambitious warlords, if they dare. So here it is. It's high prosperity now that it's holding taxes up like that. Times are good in Sijilmasa. As a major conduit for trade in the Western Maghreb, a myriad of traders pass through this city regularly, and it's quickly becoming a major center for learning as well. Something odd about my vessel, Argavan. Cannot put my finger on the way. Perhaps just my imagination running amok. Nevertheless, that ominous feeling is keeping me up at night. Go investigate it. She's returned to me empty-handed. I found no condemning evidence against Argavan. Perhaps indeed innocent, but I cannot guarantee. She's careful one. Allah knows what she might be hiding. By the way, this building here of Tifat, this has got a special building now. Sijilmasa Mints. As we know it, and we'll say it again, Sijilmasa connects the Maghreb with West Africa, where massive amounts of gold are mined. Local rulers to capitalize on the large amount of gold flowing through here and turned Sijilmasa to a major minting center. The coins produced here are renowned throughout North Africa for their quality. So the holder here gets +1 stewardship, so more prestige, and a bit more renown. And this holding, the city holding here, gives a lot more taxes. Wish I was a city owner, but can't do that. Let me see. Simply for the sake of it. Even though I'm past caring. We'll end this episode soon, but one thing that we do know is someone else. My wife is once again absent from our chambers as night falls. She's been distant lately, lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Am I not to her satisfaction? Is she simply busy, or could she be warming someone else's bed? I know I'm celibate. This is guaranteed. You have another? I'm a vengeful person, so I must know. How could you say such a thing, Gurak? I would never take a lover. This room seems genuinely upset. She denies my accusations. Just passing the time, let the gold gather. And speaking of gold, my beneficiaries today insist to make the armor suitable for a Vagpur of Al-Farghani. She will need more funds. Shield is not cheap to make. The material alone, this is not time to be frugal. You'll get your money. Our beneficiary Sativa approaches me with a thoughtful expression. Is there anyone special, my lord? You must have read my irritation. It's such a personal question from my face. I guess she continues. I mean, is there anyone you wish to dedicate your commission artifact to? It's turning out well, but a meaningful inscription would make it feel more personal. Just to make it sound better, only God guides me. Because I took part of that crusade. I saved their asses. I mean, that would be me being egotistical. He would say that. My liege, Gurak. Which Gurak? Gurak, child of Goshan, approaches me, tightly clutching a manuscript. I wrote a work of fiction after reading literature that's popular in your court. Please accept this honor from being the first person to read my words. Accept the manuscript and glance some of the lines. Every description of protagonist mentions him having a big, Beautiful observer orbs, and Gurak brings that focus even in an appropriate situation. I clear my throat and look at a manuscript readings expectant eyes. You definitely have potential, but you could improve in a few areas. You have it in you. I know it. Alright, now it's Cairo's turn. Huh, they're looking a little more divided than usual. Egads. Again, I will end this episode as soon as the armor inspiration is complete. My armor updates me on a progress, droning on about the limits of tongs and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my shield. Forging may not be on press for table, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say in how much money is spent. Ah, hell. Double hell. My background gives me some unique insights. What do you say? Well, that we don't know. Put it back. Yeah, let's bury the hatchet. It's a pretty stupid rivalry, you know? You just had a moment of anger and of that. Oh yeah, we tend to forget, what does coinage do? In case nobody pays it. It's just coinage rights feudal contract if you were feudal, and development growth up more. I could feel in my very bones. Azrael will come for me soon, like an old friend. He's patiently waiting to receive me. I will be dead within a year. So you better go get that shield. But you know what? Originally, I was gonna do that culture hybridization that would take place on this here episode, but we've wasted too much time on that, so I think I will do that because I need some time to think, even before I hit record on the next episode, to form that next hybrid culture. That next episode for the hybrid culture. Alright, the shield is finished. With a flourish, she rips the fabric covering away and my eyes grow wide. A wooden shield of excellent craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy olive wood planks bound together with of wrought iron, the edges inlaid with mother of pearl, and painted with images of inspirational quotes. This is a ornament. It's not meant for combat use. It's something you put up on the wall there. Allah is my strength, is what it says on that tiny, elegant description here. So, let's end this episode as I put this thing up here somewhere. Up there, perfect. Get a good look at it. Gets a bit of renown and some court grandeur. Come on, get out of here. Oh. Anyways, so we will end the episode on that note. We're still developing this land, but we're going to keep developing it until the day I will pass away, which will happen in the next episode. And before that will even happen, also taking place in the next episode, finally form that Egypto-Sogdian culture, because I've been saving this amount of prestige for that occasion. Higher the prestige, the more vassals respect you, as well as the possibility of vassals accepting this new culture, and will spread it all over the country. And also I will disinherit him and let Gurak take everything. Since we got 4 grandsons, does that mean they're going to get their share of land too? Knowing them? Who knows? We'll have to find out in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.